What's up, folks? Welcome back. So this is another battle here, and I'm going against a green kid deck. Now, as you know, when it comes to Zoro, the green kid deck is not an optimum battle, not an optimal battle at all for this deck. Too many blockers. Having to deal with the 8-drop kid that just kind of sits there and forces you to attack it. It just bypasses any usage of Diablo Jambe, Rush, Luffy, any of that. So I gotta play this game the best I can and just play like I know how to play it, right? Play the game like I know how to play. Come straight into it. Open up a Nami, grab a card, just do it. I gotta make it do what it do, baby. Like honestly, I gotta make it do what it do. So, cause like as I hear, I'm trying to figure out, what the best strategy is. Do I try and take out his Bonnies, his little boy, or do I just go straight at leader? But I'm like, while I can, I'm gonna attack, the Bonnies with low-level Namis and try and really do something here. I throw out my promo Luffy. It's 2K counter, so I like to keep it in hand. But the fact that it does have the ability when he gets 2 Don, he gets an extra 2,000. Plus my leader gives it 8,000. So he's hard to defend because he starts off at only 3,000, but he bumps up to 8,000 off 2 Don. So I like to have him out there every once in a while. I do run 4 in the deck, so if one gets KO, it is what it is. But you see that he's rocking 3 blockers. 3 blockers. I'm like, damn, really? Okay, dropping a Nami. I get Diablo Jambe, so I can just, push straight through in this moment or a later game, just so I can have that option. I prefer to get a Jet Pistol or Jambe with Nami, and then use my Into Years to grab a character card if I need to. So I bump him up 8,000 just to, I got to make it work. I got to really apply some pressure into his life to try and get him off these, get him off these blockers. And yeah, it's working. I'm making the moves. I'm trying to get these 3 blockers though. Like, goddamn, like he X-Drakes my Luffy. So I'm like, okay, cool, not a problem. But he's down 4 life. I'm still at 5. So it's not a big gap, but I feel like I'm in a good position since he has no more blockers. He got rid of all of them just last turn, which was a good move because, I would have just rushed in and gone after the life or all that. So, okay, what do I do? 1 the leader, obviously. 2 to Nami, beef her up, another 2 to Nami. So the same card he just got off of life, he goes ahead and throws it straight into the trash for a trigger. I'm like, cool. Or it's me for a counter. So I'm like, okay, cool. He got rid of that from the hand. I dropped the Luffy again. Now, again, I don't like dropping these Luffys. Well, I went to drop the Luffy, but I didn't have enough Don. So I was like, oh, okay, well, never mind. He knows what that is. He knows the 2K counter. If he just knows off the back of his head. Then I'm like, all right. And I get Yamato. Yamato's troublesome mainly because of her double attack and banish. So if I let the attack go through, it just sends 2 of my life cards to the grave, which doesn't work out well for my strategy of letting my opponent take life so I can get a bigger hand to utilize what I need to. And seeing as, I can't search through the deck to see what's missing, what may be in the grave or in the prizes, I'm kind of just sitting there like, I don't know. It's a mystery, and I kind of want that mystery to be in my hands. Yeah, so he's starting to rest my characters. I'm dropping counters, not letting him just take characters out easy. My biggest thing is trying to protect the characters. Like, I can always attack with the leader. I may lose a life or whatever, or gain a life, however you want to look at it. But if I can continually save my characters, then I don't have to bring any new ones out. Because there's only a limited number of rush cards you can have, and having to spend Don to bring out rush every time is, it's a little extra. It's a little extra. Yeah, so I'm just trying to figure out what my move's going to be here. I got the Rush Luffy. He doesn't have any blockers. That's good. I think he had like 3 or 4 cards in hand, so I'm not too worried about like a million counters to stop any of my rush attacks. But, it is what it is. He has 3 life, and I only can do one thing. My only aim is to move forward. I have to set up my board to move forward, to rush in, take him out before he gets the 8-drop kid. So I go leader to leader, just basic leader to leader, no Don attachment. Okay. Well, no, there was 1 Don, so 6,000. And then I throw out the Nami attack. He drops Yamato. He has to drop Yamato to save his tail. And I know that had to hurt because she could single-handedly change the game for him if her attack started to go through. And yeah, he had to let it go. So rush Luffy, 8,000 straight to life, forcing him to eat it. Right, I still have 4 life. And I'm like, no matter what he does, if he takes out all my characters, I still have my leader, and I just need to get 2 good swings in on his life to win this game. And I'm like, all right, cool, let's see what he does. He takes out Nami. Okay, cool, not a problem. He attacks Luffy. I'm like, oh, okay. I bluffed, I didn't have anything in hand. Luffy was defenseless. But, Luffy got his attack in. He did what he had to do. So I'm not too concerned. I'm like, look, it is what it is. If he attacks my life, I'm going to get some cards in hand. Somebody's going to be useful. It's going to work. So now he hasn't attacked yet with his leader. He's contemplating if he wants to do the leader attack. I take it. Boom. Give me that. Give me that. Let me search what I got. I can't take Jet Pistol, but I got me a Zoro, a Rush Zoro. Bam, that's cake right there. He's probably like, God damn it, I didn't want to give him that goddamn Zoro. Now remember, I still have Diable Jambe in hand, so that's Gucci. That's Gucci. I still have my Jambe. Jambe's always good. Now at that point, in this deck I was running the OP-01 Luffy that had the ability to give himself 2 Rested Dawn. I ended up taking that out later on because I was just like, you know what? I don't really want to use this card like that. I'm trying to figure out, what do I want to do? How am I planning on winning this? 1 goes the leader immediately. That's just off break. That's just how it goes. So I'm looking, I got the Zoro. I give Nami enough to make it 6 so that he can either block with his Law or try to come out of hand. 1 or 2. Or eat it. Preferably he'll eat it, but he decides to drop. I'm like, okay. Step 1. Okay, done. Now, phase 2. Leader for 7. He blocks. Not a problem. Not a problem. Boom. All right, so now Zoro's at 7. Yeah, he's at 7. No, he's at 6. So he's at 6. I'm like, all right. Still have 1 or 2 Dawn left. I decided to go and attack into his Law. I have 2 Dawn left to utilize my Red Hawk. Now, one thing I don't like to use a lot are actually counters, because I have to leave these counters, like these Dawn, just available for the next turn. I'm just like, I don't like just leaving Dawn on the, that's power. I don't like leaving power, but I got to do what I do. So he comes out with Drake. He gives Drake 3 Dawn on that one. Swings at Zoro. I'm like, okay, cool. I drop him, and I'm like, all right, bet. And I'm like, okay, cool. Stop that attack. Now, why I didn't save Zoro, I don't know, but everything was going to end up going anyway. He was coming in. I got 3 life left. I'm still confident, though. He hasn't been able to do any huge attacks. He's not going to attack with his Law, so I knew that wasn't happening. And the fact that I just pulled Luffy, great. Bypass that. Yeah, he tried to block, and I was like, oh, he's unblockable, right? And what do I have in my hand? Diable Jambe. There I got the Jambe. I gave the remaining 1. I should have waited till next turn. I rushed it. I definitely rushed it. I rushed that one big time. Not enough Dawn to really make it a big, heavy swing to make it unblockable. And I'm like, damn, that might be it, because he has 3 attacks, right? At least 4 if he goes through with it. But he takes out character Luffy instead of coming straight at life. And I'm like, oh, okay. So he's definitely concerned about that rush just in case he couldn't finish the job. Or that blocker bypass. And he has every right to, I understand. I respect that. But I got Jet Pistol. Jet Pistol off the trigger? Come on. The luck that I just got with that one. He got no blockers. No blockers. I'm like, okay, 15,000. Leader. Game. That's it. No blockers. And honestly, that Jet Pistol of life was what really, that was it. That was it, because I rushed that one. I rushed the Diable Jambe. Now, my next draw would have been Jet Pistol, but, I rushed that one with the Jambe, thinking he didn't have enough counters to stop 7,000. I was wrong. I should have waited. But luckily, it worked in my favor. It shouldn't have, but that's just how it goes with a card game. It's just the luck of the draw. Yeah. But with that being said, do me a solid favor. Subscribe to the channel. Like this video, and if you can, please go home and tell your mommy love, all right? Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you. Be safe, be happy, be joyful, and catch you next video. See you.